Toolshed TV.
Hi there, how's it going? Today, you're not sure, is Wednesday the 20th of July. And today I'm going to talk a little bit about the current events that are taking place in the NBA. Even though there's a lockout, there's still a lot of stuff going on. It's, pretty exciting out there. But first, the daily hate comment that I got from Just Plainly, he said, "A baggot." That's it. That was his whole comment. I mean, I looked down his page and I saw that he apparently just goes around giving out people, like hate slurs and gay slurs and all that stuff. So I mean, I wasn't really too offended. Well, one way or another, I wouldn't be. But yeah, I thought it was pretty interesting. So yeah, if you see Just Plainly around and he leaves, a comment like that, don't worry. He gets a kick out of it. But yeah, that was just the comment for today. Today's show is once again not sponsored by anybody, but this is a shout out to you, Murdoch. I know you're, dealing with a lot of shit over there because your people, phone tap and stuff. So if you want, you can buy my show real cheap. I'll cut you a deal, a couple $100,000, and, you get me and my tool shed. And you can sponsor us. I mean, we don't have the technology to wiretap people's phones, so you won't get in any trouble. So just a shout out to you. It's a suggestion. No pressure. Do whatever you want. But today, actually, I have a weather segment that I'm introducing. So if you want to know what the weather is, I'm going to have my correspondent tell you what the weather is.
Welcome to Toolshed TV weather. I'm going to tell you the weather. Today it's going to be hot, so I need a shirt.
Well, it looks like it's going to be hot out there, I guess. So, stay safe. Don't do anything stupid. But now moving on to the NBA news that I have for today. Let's see. Alright, Shaq's in the news. Even though he's retired, he's still, out there saying stupid things, doing stupid things. But, yeah, he came out and he said the Miami Heat have the big two, and, they're going to do big things or whatever. And, the reason this was big is because he basically said Bosh is, shit, he's not very good. And people, of course, took offense to this, like, why is Shaq calling out Bosh or whatever, like, the thing is, Shaq has all the right to do. I mean, Shaq's one of the best centers of all time, and, Bosh is a little bit overrated, like, no one's denying that, so, I mean, I have no problems with Shaq saying that. I mean, if worst comes to worst, if anything, this has just inspired Bosh to get better, to add some muscle, to get a little bit better, and become a better all-around player, so if Bosh truly is offended by this, he's going to go hit the gym and prove him wrong, and then there will be the big three. But putting Bosh on the same level as Wade and LeBron, I do agree with him. It's like the big 2.5. I mean, let's face it, Bosh isn't up to their standards. So, I mean, Shaq does have a point. People are out there calling out Shaq like, oh, Shaq hasn't been healthy in 10 years and shit like that. Yeah, but Shaq played with both LeBron and Wade, so he knows how good they are, and he, when he was healthy, he was the big one. Like wherever he went, he was fucking dominant force. So don't take anything away from Shaq. Like, Shaq's an amazing player. He has the right to say that. What else? Today, Yao Ming officially retired, but in my book, he retired 2 years ago. As soon as he actually stopped, being healthy, and he played in a couple of games, but he's basically been out for 2 years. So today was just a formality that Yao's career's over. I mean, is it sad? Yeah, it's kind of sad, but whatever. There's new centers coming into the league that are going to be big. The only thing that's sad, though, is we're kind of losing the whole Chinese market, which is a couple billion people, which is kind of sad because when Yao was here, they always voted him to the All-Star game and shit. It was kind of stupid because you could play in half a game all year and he'd be an All-Star starter, but it's good to have that global exposure, you know what I mean? Like, I guess it's good, though, because we sent them Starberry, right? So, like, I mean, they sent us their defective product, we sent them ours, and I guess it evens out. But they announced the schedule for the year, which is kind of stupid because it probably isn't going to be a season. So I mean, I don't know why somebody sat there making a schedule. But first game of the season is the Bulls versus Mavericks, which I was kind of surprised about because I thought they put Heat Mavericks for sure as a rematch. But apparently they want to show Derrick Rose playing against the Mavericks. I mean, it's still going to be a great game. I doubt it's ever going to take place, but, I mean, what are they going to show if there's a lockout? Are they going to show, like, highlights of the lockout meetings? I mean, I don't know. I don't know what's gonna happen next year. It's not looking too good apparently though. So I don't know. Hopefully the NFL's back by then. So I mean, won't worry too much. But yeah, it's gonna be. I don't know. I don't know. It's gonna be different without the NBA. I'll tell you that much. But yeah. Other news. The big news is how all the NBA players are considering going overseas. Deron Williams officially signed to Besiktas. It's a team I believe in Turkey. He signed for 1 year, $5 million, which is a lot less than he was making on the Nets. But I mean, if there's no season, he's not going to get paid. So it's a very solid decision. And the other big news is that Kobe said no to play for Besiktas because he was asking for $1 million a month, and they only offered him half of that, $500,000 a month. And I mean it's completely true. Like, Kobe's 32 years old. He's been in the league for like fucking half a century now, or some shit like that. Why is he asking for that much money? Like, who's he? Like, granted he's Kobe Bryant, but like, he's not in his prime. Like, he doesn't have a right to ask for that much money. Yeah, he's making that much in the NBA, but he's not. I don't know. He's not as much of a draw anymore. I guess he's a draw, but he doesn't bring as much to a team as say like a Deron Williams who's in his prime or a Durant or whatever. Like Kobe's, I don't know. He's asking for way too much money. $1 million a month. Come on, like no team in Europe is gonna give him that much money, even though he's fucking Kobe Bryant. Like, you're not gonna get that kind of money. I mean, what does he accomplish? Like career wise, he's accomplished a lot. Don't get me wrong there. Well, last year he got swept by the Mavericks, and like, I lose to the Mavericks in 4 games. I'm gonna come out and say I'm the best player and I want $1 million a month, double what they're offering. You're like, get the fuck out of here, Kobe. You're not gonna get that. But the big thing is, they were having an argument on ESPN. Skip Bayless was on it. Of course, Skip Bayless is a fucking idiot too. And everyone was like, "Oh man, these NBA players, I can go overseas. It's like they make too much money, too much of an injury risk, and all that." You know what? I don't agree with that. Like, these guys are in the NBA because they love the game. I don't think anybody in the NBA doesn't love the game of basketball, except for maybe Adam Morris, since he just sits on the bench. But they all love the game, and asking them to stay a year away from basketball is just ridiculous. Most of them probably don't even need the money. Like, Deron Williams doesn't need the money. He gets paid, I don't know how much, but it's something around like $20 million a year. Kobe gets paid like $25 million. He's gonna get paid $25 million. They don't need the money. They just want to play because they love the game of basketball. Like, can you imagine a year later, everyone coming back the NBA season, everyone's out of shape, everyone's like a giant, Eddie Curry? That's gonna be stupid. You might as well let them go overseas. And I mean, I'm sure a lot of them are thinking like that. Like, should I sit around and do nothing, or go overseas? Get exposure, become huge over there. Like, no matter where they go, these NBA players are gonna become celebrities over there. Like, maybe even bigger than they are over here. Like, I don't know. I disagree. I think it's a great idea for them to go overseas. Like, granted, there's an injury risk, but like, there's an injury risk in everything you do. Like, you practice here, you go to the gym, there's an injury risk. If you're Carlos Boozer, there's an injury risk walking around your house. Like, you know what I mean? I mean, I think it's solid for them to go overseas. They love the game. You go, even anybody who here is a 7th, 8th guy goes over there, they're an NBA star going to Europe to play. They're going to be huge. If somebody like a Dwight Howard or Deron Williams goes overseas, they're going to be enormous. They're going to be the talk of the entire town. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I think this is a significant threat to the NBA. If all of a sudden everybody goes and plays, in FIBA, like, internationally, like, we're not going to be here watching the NBA. We're going to be sitting here watching fucking FIBA games, like Besiktas playing against, some other team, watching Deron Williams go against, like, Dwight Howard. And this is a problem. Like, basketball is a global game. These guys don't get an NBA season, they'll just go abroad. And you're stupid if you think they're not going to. I mean, like, what's really holding them back? They're not going to get as much money. They don't need the money. They just need to play the game they love and to stay in shape. I mean, the NFL players don't have that option because, the football is, played here and, maybe Canada, but even then it's kind of not that big. So, I mean, I don't know. If, you got to consider that your players are going to leave. Like, you got to get a deal across, or next year you're going to be sitting around watching fucking a bunch of international games, which I personally don't want to see, but it's definitely a possibility. But, well, that's that for that. But, yeah. Thank you for watching.